the parts of Mexico that are the most competitive are the ones closer to the border. Essentially everything Mexico City and Puebla north. Things south of Mexico City, south of Puebla, there's very little, if not no manufacturing going on in those areas. Industrial manufacturing that's really competitive on a global scale. Part of the reason is those regions are largely underdeveloped economically and just don't have the technology. But another reason is the shipping. Most people don't realize, and a dirty little secret about this is ground freight in Mexico is more expensive than ground freight in China, or excuse me, than ground freight in the United States. So the closer you are to the border, the more advantageous it's going to be, obviously, no matter what your shipping costs are, but especially in Mexico, because things can add up in sending a container or several pallets up to the border. So to answer Melissa's question, things closer to the border tend to be, or areas closer to the border are going to develop more. And I'll give you a few sub-regions. In Baja California, which we've done some work there, Baja California tends to be higher added value manufacturing. The cost of labor is more expensive in Baja California. I think that's because they are linked to that expensive Southern California, the San Diego and Los Angeles markets. Their economies kind of hum in unison. So in Baja, there are more medical devices, more electronics. Also in the state of Sonora, you get more of that, specifically with electronics. I think Samsung and Sony are moving plants back to the Sonora area and perhaps Baja California. But anywhere, regions such as San Luis Potosí, the whole Bajío region, which is very big for auto manufacturing. For people who aren't familiar with Mexico, if you look at a map, the Bajío region is the state of Guanajuato, basically, in the cities of León, San Luis Potosí, San Miguel de Allende, which is not a manufacturing hub; it's a tourist area. Aguas Calientes, that whole region in and around the state of Guanajuato. Is going to be very powerful for automotive. There's also a lot of furniture, even some textiles going on there, some plastics. But again, those regions, and one of the regions that, if you look at a map, Bajío is more competitive than even some of the border regions, is because Bajío has done a very good job with its government of bringing in investment. And from a cultural standpoint, we always find, and most Mexicans will confirm this to you, the people in the Bajío region and Guanajuato and León, they're far more industrial and Americanized in their mindset than most of the rest of Mexico, and they get things done faster, and then it plays out in how competitive they are and how industrial they are as in manufacturing across the board.